All right, day number 15 of recording this video log of my life. I am aware that I haven't said my name in a single vlog, so I guess I'm gonna keep it like that for now. And shit. All right, the 10 minutes have started. And I finished my meditation. I finished my reading and my journaling and my Duolingo, and it's getting better. I don't know if I saw this in a video or where, but I think Einstein was talking about something about the compound effect. And I think it's a very profound thing, compounding. Just these habits that I'm doing are stacking, but they're compounding because they're getting better and better. But that's the cool thing about this. It's like a surprise. You don't know how it's gonna turn out, the habits that you're building, but you might have some sort of a clue. I might have some sort of a clue. But things grow in such a beautiful, surprisingly way, right? They turn out to be better than you would have expected. So yesterday I did my journaling and I did some extra drawings in the journal, and I am 10 pages away from finishing this journal. So now I've been doubting this. Should I get the same journal and keep it like that, keeping the pocket journals like this size, or I saw another journal type. It's a bigger one, and it's also black leather with a leather string as well, and it looks so much like a pirate vibe. And I used to have one like that, but brown, that my brother Tony gave me as a gift for my birthday. Is a special gift because that book, my dad gave it to him. So yeah, it's a good thing. But I don't know, because the cool thing about this small journal is it's efficient. It's small. Every time you finish a page, you feel kind of some little accomplishment, and I like that. And maybe I should keep this routine with this. So it's decided it's gonna be this one, but the other one is really cool, but maybe I'm not ready for that one, so I'll do that in the future. Also because of the travelings, I like to travel light, and we're about to embark some travels, so yeah, I'm gonna keep doing the small one. Today I think I'm gonna get that. Then I usually do the French writing in a yellow block note. I used to have some of them. I used to have 3 of those, and the way I organize, so this is a cool thing. When people ask me what book has changed my life, I think it's one book that it's called The Book of the Mental Maps by Tony Buzman and his brother. And it's a wonderful book on how to develop your strategies and help the natural, organic, creative way of the mind without being a boring thing. Because what he says is that the mind doesn't like to be bored, and so it's gonna be constantly trying to do something that is more enlightenment, more active in the brain. So when you just write, if you're developing a brainstorming or something like that, or you're trying to remember or study for something, and you do it the classical way that they in school teaches, maybe now in school they're teaching some other, and not in all schools, but the way I was taught in school was just making lists and just like just writing like this, you know. A mental map is a different thing. You start in the middle, in the center of the page usually, and from there you start doing like little scribbles around like arrows, and then you put the topic in the middle. Let's just say some topic, the organization of my habits of the day. So I would write, or just my organization of the day. Not that I do this every day, but I usually do it with those blocks because it's easy. It's not like a book. Sometimes I want to make the like a notebook just more beautiful and things like that. It's like a perfectionism thing, but that doesn't happen to me anymore. So in this block notes, I can just do everything, and that's the important thing, to just do, And so I start with the date of the day, and then I'll draw a little line, or maybe I'll draw like a lightning or a octopus tentacle, and that's the topic of the map. My mind is already liking that little fun play, or octopus like this, and maybe the octopus hand has some spear or something, or a man, or whatever my mind thinks that it's funny or entertaining, and I create a little story. But it's just about my daily day organizing, right? That's what it explains, Tony Buzan, in that book. And so because it's not a list kind of thing, you can expand in topics related to that, but not necessarily in a chronological way. So if I'm doing the habit thing, I can put, okay, things I have to do today, and I say like, maybe I want to finish my routine, or this is the routine of the morning, and then I'll remember something. Oh, I need to do this. I want to send this postcards. Or I want to do some exercise. It'll be some different things like that. So this is one of the books that really changed the way I perceive and I organize my things, and it has helped me so much, because it's not only for organizing your day, it's for studying. When you're studying something, chemistry, biology, whatever the topic is, and you do a mental map, you're having fun with that, and you have to remember some certain names, dates, places, whatever, that are more important, and you do it in a fun, I remember this part, and you create that he calls it a neuronal path. Every time he explains this as in a jungle. When you practice and study something for the first time, it's like if you're entering a jungle with a machete, and it's full of leaves, trees, branches, everything is just like, and then you're just like, boom, that's the first time you're learning something, about law. Let's just set this example. And you're cutting your way through this Roman law, and you're starting to understand it. That was the first time you passed through that way, through that neuronal path, the connectiveness of those neurons. First is like that, and you start making it fun. You put some drawings there, you put some colors, whatever you think is creative. The more you do them, the more creation appears, because you're starting to have more fun. You're opening more to the possibilities of playing. That's the fun part that the brain likes, the playing part. Playing, as in a game, it's fun, it's entertaining. So the second time you revisit that, or you're doing that examination of studying, the next time the path is already with less branches, less leaves. So the more times you pass through that, the road gets better and better until it's easy to walk, so it's easy to remember. That's how they usually sorry, there's like this wasp going a bit crazy. It's a bee or what the fuck? Dude, Chico. What the hell? So yeah, that's about the mental maps. So I finished my blocks, going back to the top. I finished my yellow book. Maybe I'll get some new, but last year my brother also gave me this journal, and I thought, I'm gonna do it here. So I started doing here the French rewriting of the book, and I think it's also nice and easy because it's just, but I'm gonna use it as a block. I'm also gonna do mental maps here. I'm also gonna do like all this kind of things. It's a nice thing to have. Of course, I can do these things on my phone as a to-do list, things like that. I can do it in my iPad as well, but I don't know, there's something more profound and deep when you're writing it with your pencil. I think this was taught to me by a teacher or something, because the ability or the connection with your hand. Oh, the 10 minutes has passed, but I'm just gonna finish this idea. When you write things with your hand, there's a connection with your brain and your motion. You are implementing something more deeper and more meaningful in your life when you do it, when you write it with your hand instead of typing. Because several things happen when you're writing with your hand. You're activating an unconscious and a conscious part there. That's why there's a study that is called graphology, and it's a study of the shape of the letters that are written. It started, I think, by a detective checking out some serial killer notes, and the way that he was writing it was a bit bizarre. So he started realizing some things. So several different letters mean different things, like the O. Depending on how you do the O compared to the other letters in a word, the O is mainly linked to your self-esteem. So if you do the O smaller, then you have a low self-esteem. If you do the O bigger, then you're over self-esteem. It's like you're not aware of your ego might be bigger. But if you just put it in a normal way, like the other letters, then it's a balanced thing. This is just one example of many. I've read books about graphology, and I think it's a very interesting and beautiful topic. Anyways, this was the end of my vlog number 15 of the day, and as always, I'm proud of myself, and fuck yeah. Alright, peace.